Hi, everyone, and welcome to an episode of the Buff Life. Today, I'm coming to you with the series episode, first one of the What If segments. Now, the reason why I decided to do the What If segments is because of basically the fact that my mind never stops thinking. I'm always thinking of the what if. And I'm not sure why I'm always thinking of the what if, but it literally consumes me. Now, I don't know if I've shared this with you in the past, but I have sleeping issues. And I think the reason for my sleeping issues is because of the what if. Now, if you don't have the what if in your life, you're not dreaming, and you should never stop dreaming. So, my what if goes from one thing to another to 50 other things all at the same time. And sometimes I have to take a deep breath and just stop thinking and say, hey, cannot focus on the what if. But then I realize something. When I don't focus on the what if, it limits my creativity, it limits my thoughts, and I feel like I'm depriving myself of something. So let's talk about the what if. So recently I posted on Facebook just the words what if with a question mark. And what's got me really thinking about this is I saw the movie Us. I've seen it 3 times now. And I really enjoyed the movie mainly because I think it brought up some what ifs, a lot of what ifs. But I've had a continuing what if for a long time in my life. Now, let me just take you back a bit. When I was a kid, growing up, I lived in Ohio, in Cincinnati, Ohio, to the age of 8, and then we moved to California, and I basically grew up in California. Like, I don't have a lot of memories of Cincinnati, Ohio, but I do remember the things that really traumatized me in my childhood. One of those being is when you live in Cincinnati, Ohio, you have to remember it's a very, very old state where a lot of the houses are really, really old, and a lot of things have happened in these houses and in the around the grounds where you live. So from time to time, you will get those things that you just can't explain. And I say those things that you can't explain. Others refer to them as different things, and I do refer to them as spirits. Now, as a kid growing up, in fact, all my sisters and brothers, we've all experienced spirits in our home and felt other presence in our home. Um, and, when you first experience something like that, it can terrify you. And to this day, it terrifies me. It traumatizes you because you just can't explain why it happened, and no one can explain. And when I say things that you can't explain, like seeing something in front of you that shouldn't be there, that you can see through, that can lift and open doors, or lift things off of the table, or things that just are not scientifically able to be explained. So I think, like, from that traumatizing me as an adult, as I've grown older, I've always watched programs about the paranormal, whether it be Paranormal Activity, Ghost Adventures, Ghost Asylum, you name it, I probably have seen it. And if I haven't seen it, I'm probably always seeking to see it. And I think it's my way of coping. It's like a support group for those of us who have seen those things. And I think how it supports me is I know that I'm not the only one. When I see these people that are going through the things that I have been through, then I feel like I'm not alone in this world. And nobody wants to really feel alone in this world. So that always leads me to the what if. What if I had never seen that, right? So I have a question for you. What if? And that what if is, what if we are the ones who are not alive? What if we are the afterlife? What if we've all passed on and we are all just spirits roaming around, and we are haunting those who are alive, who we call spirits or ghosts? What if they're the real people and we're the ghosts? You ever thought about that? And the reason I say that is because more and more I'm seeing more and more people open up about the things that have occurred to them with them and their life dealing with the afterlife. And it rings so true to me on some of these things that I see. And I'm just like, you know, we can't all walk around this world thinking we're the only ones. We know that for sure we're not. But what if, just what if, God placed us in this state because we were unable to deal with the fact that we were no longer living, that we are the afterlife. And now, in order for us to become a living individual, we need to deal with how this afterlife has created us and what we've done, and live out our afterlife here, only to go to what is called heaven. Heaven could be the real way of living, which I strongly believe. I think a lot of different what ifs, but that one is one that stuck with me since I was a kid. What if we are the afterlife? What if our whole goal in this life is to leave this world and go on to be in heaven and live? That is the living life. That is the real life. So all this time when people are clinging to this world and saying, I don't want to die, I don't want to die, maybe dying is your graduation to the real life. I don't know. These are just some things that I think about, and it's been a what if in my life for so long. And there are so many what ifs that go on. And because I have issues sleeping, and I mean really bad issues sleeping, I'm always thinking. And sometimes I just get this massive headache from all the thinking about what if. And sometimes I just want to turn it off. But when I turn it off, if I try to turn it off, it feels like I've shut off my creativity, my life, my thought process, my whole being. So I've come to embrace the what if, and I think about so many things. And I'm a writer, and I don't know if anybody ever knows that, but I'm a writer, and I do a blog, and I write a story almost every day. And it just might be my mind and being hyperactive, but I call it the what if. So with the what if, you have to ask yourself all these what ifs, what if, what if. And if you're not asking yourself what if, you are not dreaming. You really aren't, because that's what dreams are made of, the what if, right? So ask yourself, when's the last time you said to yourself, what if? What if? You know, a lot of us go through life and we say things like, what if I get the money to be able to bless others with houses and homes and cars and help them be able to survive? Or we might have just simple what ifs like, what if I am able to actually pay the bills this month? It's still a process of dreaming and the what if. You know, what if I didn't have kidney failure? What would my life be like? You know, what if I get a kidney transplant? What if nobody had sickness? These are just some of the things that you have to put into the what if. And what if allows you to be this creative person, allows you to see things beyond you, what you may never experience. It's dreams. That's all what if really is. It's dreams and thoughts. And you must always, always have what if in your life. So here is the question I pose to you. Tell me about the what if in your life. Tell me, what are your what ifs? Do you think about them all the time like I do? Because I can never get them out of my head. I'd like to know what your what ifs are. So this is my end to this conclusion of the what ifs. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I do hope it makes you think about your what ifs. And I would love to hear about your what ifs. So I'm going to post this video, and then I'm going to share it on Facebook. I'm share it on Tumblr. I'll share it on Instagram. I'll share it on there, and I would just love to hear your what ifs. I'm sure they're interesting. And tell me about your experiences with what if. Do you think about them all the time? Do you think about them occasionally? How do your what ifs work? What is the structure of your what ifs? So thanks so much for tuning in to this episode of The Buff Life. I hope you guys are thinking. I hope this has made something in your head, just go like, hey, I need to think about that, Hey, just make sure that whatever your what ifs are, you never stop having the what ifs. Okay? Thanks so much for tuning into the Buff Life. This is going to end my segment, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Be sure to click the subscribe button and like and share. Share this with somebody, because you never know how it's going to impact somebody. It may make somebody's day totally better. Okay? Thanks so much for watching. You guys take care, and God bless you. Bye.